Okay, so early on when I was first playing with or acquiring my various HP minis, I ran into instances in which I got beep codes. And I'm like, what's going on? You know, is the computer bad? Did I get a lemon? What exactly is going on? And so I started doing some research at the time to figure out, well, what's causing these problems and what can I do to fix them? So I thought today we would kind of go over some of the common beeps that you'll encounter, and also just look at the fact that not only does HP provide a beep, but it also provides a LED of either red or white that kind of matches the pattern of the beep. So if for some reason you had a bad speaker, or in some cases, some of these units don't have beeps and you have to go by the LEDs. I believe with my HP Elite, that was the case. And it was a little tricky to read them, but at least it gave the information. So we'll go through some of those today. Now, the beep codes do kind of follow a pattern. So if you'll see here that those that start with 2 long deal with the BIOS, 3 long hardware, 4 thermal, and 5 for system board. I'm taking this from the hardware, or I should say the service manual for the G3. All right, let's start with one of the most common and one of the first ones I ever encountered myself. So I had ordered a G2, and I didn't realize at the time the whole differences between 35 watt and 65 watt. And because my first G2 I ever received was a 35 watt. So I get this 65 watt unit unbeknownst to me, and I take out my normal 65 watt power supply and I plug it in. And I hit the power button and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 long and 4 short. And you'll notice that it starts out that it's red, 3 red, and then 4 white. So I'm like, oh, okay, what does that mean? Let's unplug it. Well, what it meant was that I needed a 90 watt power supply to run my 65 watt unit, and it was basically telling me, hey, you don't have the proper power supply for this. This next unit might be familiar to longtime viewers of the channel, and it's the one that has the most views on the channel. It's my big mistake when I ordered a parts-only G2 system, and I got it in the mail. I was unwrapping it, plugged it in, and I got this error. Let's see. Oh, now it doesn't want to make any noise. Let's see. It's supposed to tell me that it can't detect the processor, but it doesn't look like it's even staying on. Let's see. No. I'm going to try taking out the CPU. This particular unit has missing pins on here, and this guy is also messed up. It was this part was bent in some of these pins. So let's try it with this way. See what we get. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. So that one gave us 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's turn that off. So a 3.5 means that the processor was not detected. And obviously there is no processor here, but if there was some other issue where it couldn't communicate with the processor, I know, who knows, it may be enough where this processor is just bad for it and it just doesn't want to boot, but it doesn't give the error. I did have on my Elite HP Elite the video in which I talk about how, hey, it finally is alive. As I was doing everything with it, I got excited, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why am I getting processor not detected? Oh, because I never put the processor in because I had stripped it down, and then when I finally got a different power supply, I just didn't put the CPU on. So that's a pretty common one, the 3.5. Okay, we've got a ProDesk 400, I believe, G3, and what I've done with this one, no memory. So let's plug this in, see what we get. So three long, two short. Okay, that says test the computer memory. Check to see what's going on. Well, of course, in this case, it's missing, but I guess if you did have a bad chip or bad stick, you would get the same sort of error. So here's a really good resource from HP. I'll include a link to it. You can go down and find the particular combination. So like in this case, the red light blinks 3 times and then 2, same as the sound. Right away, it's telling you to test the computer memory. Make sure memory's in there, reseat the memory module, replace it with some better ones. So it is a nice way, if you do hear a combo that you've not heard before, you can come in here and be able to diagnose it. Now, a lot of times you're going to have to listen to this thing a couple times as it goes through. Maybe even record it on your phone. That way you can go back, hear it again, because you're just going to get tired of listening to it over and over again. Well, hopefully that was helpful and helped to kind of demystify these beep codes and the LED codes so that way you can do your own diagnostics in the future.